During the demonstrations, we've had several casualties in Kakamega. We have already buried 2 victims of brutal force from the police. Others are recuperating at various hospitals within the county. And we came here for prayers for those Gen Zs who lost their lives, those Gen Zs who are still in hospital, the Gen Zs who are struggling in their fight, because we want God to give them spirit to continue pushing and pressing for reforms in this country. If the elected leaders are unable to exercise the power direct, they can exercise directly. And that is here. We came here for spiritual nourishment to ensure that the journey the Gen Zs have started ends up fruitfully, without death and without causing any conflicts in this country. We know the demonstration are creating a bad economic impact, less business, less tax collected, but the reforms are the main agenda that will reform this country, so that when taxes are collected, are spent in an accountable manner. So the priority is accountability. The issue Gen are asking for are issues regarding governance. It's not about Kakamega County, it's about the general Republic of Kenya. They want accountability. It's a national crisis. We address it as a national crisis. We don't need dialogue. Dialogue for what?
Action.
We just need action. Just need action. Simple thing, action. The demands that the agencies have put in place, one was dissolve cabinet, it was dissolved. One, anguka na hiyo mswada, the finance bill, alianguka nayo. Si ndio hivyo? The next condition is that don't recycle.
Yes.
The cabinet ministers. There are so many here who you are competent to become a cabinet secretary. Even you journalists, you are competent. What is so big in being a cabinet secretary? So long as you have a birth certificate and you have an ID and you have gone to school, you can be a cabinet secretary. What is so special in Davis Chirichiri? What is so special in Duale? What is so special in Kindiki? And Raila Amolo Odinga, who the president has proposed that they want to work together, has given a condition. The Gen Zs were shot when Kindiki was in office. Remove Kindiki from office, arrest Kindiki, take him to court before we can listen to anything.
Yes.
And those are the conditions of Gen Z, and we support them fully. President, implement, and we'll be with you. The issue of Azimio parties, me as the deputy party leader of DAP nationally, we have agreed that DAP will remain in the opposition. We have also agreed Jubilee will remain in the opposition. We have also agreed that Wiper, led by Kalonzo Musyoka, will remain in the opposition. Because the president wants numbers from the ODM side, he is free to get the 108 members of parliament from the ODM side, appoint Joho or appoint Oparanya to the cabinet, but subject to verification by the Gen Zs. If they accept, that is the way to go. If they won't accept, we will listen to the Gen Zs until we resolve the problem bedeviling this country.
Sanity in our government and in our nation, especially in leadership. Yes. We have seen corruption has taken over. We have seen nepotism. We have seen people who are so proud. They are standing their chest. They do not want to listen to common mwananchi who elect them into the power. And for this reason, Kenya right now, as we are talking, we need God to intervene. I know that the government is pulling one side, the Gen Zs are pulling one side, but my prayer as a man of God, there can never be a dialogue if some things have not been put in place. Yes. I only pray for the dialogue that will be found is the dialogue that will represent every need of the parties, especially the Gen Zs. Yes. This nation, we should not begin killing our children. When they are asking for the bread, we kill them. And I pray that even as the president brings in the new government, may you consider, I desire to see Mama Mboga in your government. Yes. I desire to see Boda Boda in your government. Yes. Kenya must be represented from every region. Do not base on one place. We want this nation to be well represented. The MPs who went ahead and they voted against the will of Kenyans. Your time is coming. Gen Zs are taking votes. The churches we are watching. We're going to make sure that we bring in the new leadership, men and women of integrity, men who will hear the voice of their people who elect them in power.